This is one of our new shows, the MBS recap, where we just cover college football and the NFL. What we normally do first is we talk about the game that this happened tonight between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. I picked the Jets, and the X rolled with the Bills. Man, uh, Bills pulled it off, winning it by 3 points in a very good game, man. Well, what's your thoughts on this game?
To be honest with you, I felt like the Bills were a lot more dominant than the score actually indicated. You take off, I mean, obviously you can't take it off, but I'm just saying a Hail Mary right before half, the missed opportunity as far as field goal extra points for the Buffalo Bills. Even without James Cook, I just felt like Buffalo dominated this game from start to finish. Not surprised by the win because I just feel like they're a better team. So, overall, I think it was a good game for Monday night. Two teams that, have some hype behind them. A lot of people, I know a lot of people believe in Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, and I know a lot of people believe in Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. And good game nonetheless, but not surprised one bit.
Man, well, was surprised. The Jets lost this game more than the Bills won. The
Wow.
Come on, man, red zone opportunities, like you cannot just not take advantage of those. Turning the ball over, two field goals hitting the crossbar.
Right.
It the Jets offense, like Troy Aikman said, they moved the ball really well in this game. The offense looked good. I seen some chemistry with Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers in
That's a
this game.
fact.
Brees Hall probably had his best game.
That's a
Um,
fact.
they just blew some major opportunities. When Brees Hall had that big run,
Yep.
in the goal line,
Uh
they
huh.
didn't take advantage of that, man. Like that
I
that
do want to say this though. You saw, I don't know if you saw it. It said Aaron Rodgers came out and was like fussing at the officiating. Let's come on, look, A Rod, you my man. But dog, there was some calls in Buffalo. I was like, what? Especially that roughing the passer call. That was weak as a you know what?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Well, I can't say anything bad about Josh Allen, man.
Yeah.
Normally I do, but that's what I was talking about. If you those type of elite quarterbacks, that's what you're supposed to do. You win those type of games, and like they said, the good teams find a way to win those games, and the bad teams, they end up losing those games.
Right.
um, I know we're gonna talk about it in the NBA show, but I would be worried for the New York Jets right now with a 2-4 start right now.
Facts.
But then again, I'm not worried about like a team like the Cincinnati Bengals who's on a 2-4 start. But the thing is, I'm more confident with the Bengals than I am with the Jets. Um, you
The Bengals
know,
just need to turn their defense around. Their defense played a lot better this week, where their offense wasn't great. But I just feel like the Bengals are closer when you're watching them. They're closer to getting it right than the Jets are.
yeah, man. The Jets need to figure this out. They're 2-4, not a great start. I know the schedule's gonna get tougher for them, but this was they gave this game away though, man. They
Facts.
they had this game in their hands. They this was a crazy game though, man. I thought Buffalo was gonna go into the half with a 20-10 lead. Rogers drops a Hail Mary, ends up being 20-17. Damn, man. That was interesting though, but 2-4 start. Bills snapped their two-game losing streak. Um, and we'll see what happens moving forward, man. You know, um, a lot of distractions going on right now. People questioning what this Jets team is. People questioning Aaron Rodgers. people questioning the firing of the coach.
Right.
They got a new offensive play caller. That Devontae Adams situation. So they got a lot of things going on in New York right now.
If you're Devontae Adams, do you really want to go to New York? Even though you know you do have the relationship with Aaron Rodgers, just with all the uncertainty. I should have maybe said that as well when it comes to Cincinnati. And I know you brought up Cincinnati, and New York. Cincinnati still has their head coach. You know, Joe Burrow has played very well these first few weeks. And then, him and Jamar Chase are still on the same page. T. Higgins is finally back looking healthy. I just feel like when you look at those two teams, you say to yourself, man, Cincinnati's in a much better place. But if you're Devontae Adams, do you really want to go there when you have teams like Buffalo that maybe you can go to? Maybe a team like Kansas City. I know Kansas City is like smoke and mirrors, but I'm just saying other opportunities for you could be a better opportunity in some people's mind. What are your thoughts on that?
Um, I still think it's gonna be the Jets, though. Um, I think I think it will make this team better. Of course. Um, yeah, I think they do need some help at that wide receiver position still, though, because I don't as good as talented Garrett Wilson is. I don't think that's enough, though. So I think they both need each other. The Jets need Devontae, and Devontae needs the Jets. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna since on the NFL, we're gonna stick to the NFL, and the week is done. Week 6 is done. Let's go to our winners and losers for this past weekend in the
Okay. My
NFL.
my winner is the Buffalo Bills. Because like you
Mm,
said, I thought about this long and hard. I'm saying to myself, Buffalo, if they lose this game and the Jets win, they're 3-3. They're deadlocked. And Miami, we understand all their situations with the injury and whatnot. But now at 4-2 and leaving the Jets at 2-4, to me, has Buffalo sitting real pretty. And Buffalo's schedule moving forward, they can really open up this lead if the Jets were to lose a couple of these games coming up. I just think that where we sit today, Buffalo's the biggest winner this past week. They were on the road in New York. Aaron Rodgers needed this win. The Jets needed this win. No James Cook. They get it done. And to me, 4-2 looks a lot better than 3-3 in this division. And they keep pace with a team like Baltimore that's 4-2. Or 5-2. I know there's something like that. I know they only lost 2 games. Um, and they're right there with teams like that, and they already lost to a team like Baltimore. So they need to keep pace. They may not be able to get that number 1 overall seed because Kansas City is Kansas City, but you want to be in that 2 to 3 range. And I think that they did their thing. So I'm with that. I'm going with Buffalo.
and my biggest winner is the Detroit Lions, man. I'll be honest with you. Detroit, my God, man.
They took it personal when you was disrespecting them last week.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, I was like, yeah, we beat you guys. We are 6-0 against you guys in the last 6 games. Dak is undefeated against the Lions. Dude, they annihilated the Cowboys. I thought the Saints beat the Cowboys down bad. This was this was this was all bad, man. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, we know you didn't answer the phone. I wasn't
I
even talking to you about it. I was trying to talk to you about TikTok, and you ain't even hit me up.
yeah, man. I didn't know what to say. I didn't even tweet anything. I didn't make no status. I didn't put nothing on my story. I didn't know what to say. I was like, my God. I mean, I knew the lines were good, but what they that the number that they did on them, it was it was all bad. Unfortunately, we seen what happened to Aiden Hutchinson, but outside of that, man, the Lions, they played a good game. The defense was on point also. That two-headed monster with Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery, that thing is nasty, man. That's gonna be tough to stop. With the weapons like Amon St. Brown, Jamison Williams is, being the guy that they drafted. I would like to see Laporta get the ball more, but they made a statement in this game though, man. And they're what, 4-1, 5-1 now?
5-1. Yep.
And you could even say right now, they are playing like the best team in the NFC right now. Like I got them as my winners, man.
All
This
right,
was a
man.
statement game, and they sent a message to everybody. I got the Lions as my winners.
You you say you didn't tweet nothing out. What if you would have tweeted something out to the public? What would it have been?
I think I'm about to throw up right now. Or I would have said, "How the hell Mike McCarthy still has a job?" If
So, do you think Mike McCarthy should have a job?
I think he should get fired, man. This is horrible, man. Like it was like, I know it's injuries, but you can't make no excuses because we won the last game with the injuries banged up. But you're at home and you get blown out, and you just had no sense of urgency at all. It's like this is this looks really bad, man. So yeah, I definitely have the Lions as my winners.
Okay, well, we're gonna get to losers. My biggest loser is the Seattle Seahawks, and I know they playing on Thursday. But here's my deal with the Seahawks, man. You started off 3-0. You dropped the last three games. Now, granted, I know some people's gonna say, "Well, X, they lost to the Lions, who looked phenomenal this past weekend. They lost to the Niners. The Niners are a team that a lot of people predict to get to the Super Bowl. But you're also in between there. You lost to the Giants without Malik Neighbors. To me, you had an opportunity at home against a division foe in the Niners with no Christian McCaffrey. You coming off that bad loss to the Giants. You had an opportunity to make a statement similar to what the Bills did against the Jets this tonight. And I just feel like Seattle dropped the ball. So for me, when you see Seattle jump out to that 3-0 start, you're thinking to yourself, Cooper Kupp's going down. Puka Nakua's going down. Christian McCaffrey's not playing. Maybe Seattle has a shot at this playoff run. And now I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think Seattle may be on the verge of just tanking the rest of the season. I want to pull up their schedule. Next, they go to Atlanta, which can they win in Atlanta? Sure, but can they lose? Absolutely. Then they got Buffalo. Then they got the Rams, but I'm hearing that Cooper Kupp's going to be back before
Yeah.
that. Then they go into a bye. Then they come back and they get the Niners. You still got the Cardinals who they have to play twice. They'll probably split with them. You got the Jets who need the wins, and it's in New York. You got Green Bay, who we're not mentioning, but Green Bay is looking hot, and they've looked great with Jordan Love. I just look at this team and I said to myself, man, it might be bad for Seattle moving forward. And I always I do my winners and losers. I think to myself, long term, can you overcome this loss? And I just think that Seattle needed this win real bad. I know it was against the Niners, but you're at home, no Christian McCaffrey, and you gotta get that done. You gotta get that one done. So for me, I'm gonna go with Seattle as my biggest loser.